संगृहीतं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदामह्यं ददाति सपदान्तिकम्। आददानशृणं दन्तरिदं याचे पुनः पुनः श्रीमद्रूपदाम्भोज धूलिस्यां जन्म जन्मनि अनर्पितचिरं चिरात् करणावतीर्णा कलौ समर्पयितुमुन्नतो ज्वलरसां सभक्तिश्रियम्। हरिपुरटसुन्दरद्युतिः कदम्बसन्दीपितः सदा हृदये कन्दरे स्फुरतु भाष्यचिनन्दनः। संसारदुःखजलधौ परितस्य कामः क्रोधादिनक्रमकरी कबलीकृतस्य दुर्वासना निगडितस्य निराश्रयस्य चैतन्यचन्द्रमम देहि पदावलम्बम्। सर्वप्रथमस्मते गुरुपादपद्म नित्यलाभपृष्ठ जगद्गुरु श्रीमद् भक्तिवेदांत नारायण गोस्वामी महाराज, त्रिंडी स्वामी शिष्य भक्तिवेदांत दंडी महाराज, नामनिष्ठ संत श्री अनिरुद्ध दास प्रभु जी और समस्त वैष्णव के चरणों में मैं मेरा यथार्थ दंड प्रणाम अर्पण करता हूँ और उनकी कृपा की मैं प्रार्थना करता हूँ। So today is Sripad Dandi Maharaj called me and in fact I called him and he told me that, oh, I am busy in a meeting, so you have to speak. So on a short notice, I'm going to speak. Generally, what is the topic what Maharaj speaks upon? Any topic or any particular topic?
Normally, Guru Maharaj speaks on what's the events of the week, what's coming up during the week, any events we need to know, and he speaks on. Yeah, any, like, if, for example, if there's Ekadasi in the week, he'll talk to us about the glories of the Ekadasi or whatever appears in the day. Yeah.
All right. So I'll also speak about Ekadashi today. And let's see, because it is very, very important to speak about Ekadashi. Ambarish Maharaj. So, Ambarish Maharaj, Srila Gurudev, he was preaching in America. Then he was describing there are 5 types of devotees in Brihad Bhagavatamrutam. There is Gyani Bhakta. Gyani Bhakta is Prahlad. Prahlad is a Gyani Bhakta. Because he knows that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead and he didn't think it was necessary to serve Krishna so much. And Shuddha Bhakta is Ambarish Maharaj. And also Premi Bhakta, the loving devotee is Shri Hanuman. And Prema Para Bhakta is Bhai Pandavas. And Prematur Bhaktas are Shri Uddhav. So, you can see that all the books of Goswamis and all the Gaudiya Guru Varga, they are based on Srimad Bhagavatamrita. So, Srila Sanatana Goswami has described these 5 types of devotees in his Srimad Bhagavatamrita. So, you see that in these 5 types of devotees, Srila Gurudev is telling that the Chatussan. Chatussan means sun is the word comes under them. Chatussan. Basically, Sanak, Sanandan, Sanatan, Sanat. These are 4 brothers. They are always they are born from the mind of Lord Brahma. So he was born from the mind of Brahma. So these Chatussan, they are always naked. And Sanak, Sanandan, Sanatan, and Sanat. There are 4 Kumaras basically. They are very, very intelligent and they are great devotees of the Lord. But they are Gyani Bhaktas, more or less. They are Gyani Bhaktas. They are, you can see different pictures of Chatussan. They are always naked. You can see here, I'll show the picture here. That they are, this is a ISKCON style picture actually. You can see the picture. 4 Kumaras sitting on one Vyasasana. And they apparently refuse to become older because when you become older, lust will come. Lust will come. So now the lust doesn't really bother them because they are so young. And Lord Brahma once told them to get married, but they refused. They said that we don't want to get married. So Lord Brahma said, why you don't want to get married? So they said that we love Vasudev. We love Vasudeva so much that we don't want to get married actually. And they sang one song. Vandito Sheshavandoru Vrindarakam Chandana Charchito Darapinam Sakam Indira Chanchala Pangani Rajitam Mandaro Dhari Gritodbhuja Bhoginam Vinayamo Vasudevam Devata Mandana Khandandanam Prinayamo Vasudevam Prinayamo Vasudevam Prinayamo Vasudevam. So basically they told Vandito Sheshavandur Vrindarakam Chandana Charchito Darapinam. The Lord is worshipped by even Shesha and his body is covered by the sandalwood. He is glorified by the sidelong glance of Mother Lakshmi, and we are attracted to this Vasudeva. So that is what actually they told. So they are Jnani Bhaktas. They are very Jnani Bhaktas. And they are very, very, very high class devotees. They are very, very high class devotees. Then actually comes the number of Srila Gurudev is telling that Prahlad Maharaj. Now Prahlad is a very great devotee. Srila Bhakti-Vidanta Vishnu Daivata Maharaj read his character 108 times. Prahlad's character. And such a great devotee. Prahlad Hridayallada Bhakti-Vidanta Vishnu Sharadindu Ruchim Mande Parindam Badanam Yere. So this is the pranam mantra for Prahlad Narsingha. Prahlad Hridayallada. Narsingadev is giving bliss to the heart of Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Hridayallada. Giving happiness to the Allah means bliss to the heart of Sri Prahlad Maharaj. Bhakta Avidya Vidaranam. What Narsingadev does, he removes the Avidya. Avidya means ignorance actually. We are also in Avidya and Krishna is also in Avidya. Both are in Avidya. So you'll say how Krishna is in Avidya, how Krishna is in ignorance. Because Yoga Maya covers Krishna and the associates of Krishna, so they are also in ignorance. They don't know that they are the supreme personalities of Godhead, or they are the such great devotees. Understand? And we are in Avidya because of Yoga Maya. Understand? So, Prahlad Maharaj. And Ugropi Anugrahivaya. Ugropi Anugrahivaya. Actually, Narsinga is very Ugra, very angry. But for devotees, he is not Ugra, but he is like very compassionate and kind. So, Bhaktanam Duru Keshari. Keshari was Swapotanam, Annesham Ugra Vikrama. You see that a ferocious lion or lioness who will dare to go near, to the lion or lioness, understand? No one can dare to go near a lioness. But you'll see that lioness, she loves the cubs very much, understand? So this, you can see here that lions and lioness, many of you are living in South Africa, no need to tell you about lions and lioness. But you see, very affectionately these cubs are sitting next to the lioness. But for other animals in the forest, she is death personified. So Narsingadev is also like that. Sharadindu Ruchim Bande. Bodily complexion of Narsingadev is like a moon in the autumn season. Parindram, Parindra, Hridayam, Parindram, Badanam Hari. Parindram means like his face is like a lion. So Prahlad Maharaj is a Jnani Bhakta. And she Bhishma Pitamaha. Now Bhishma Pitamaha is a very exalted Vaishnava, no doubt about it, but he is a Jnani Bhakta. See, Draupadi was being stripped naked. Draupadi was being stripped naked in the assembly of Kauravas. But did Bhishma Pitamaha did anything? Nothing. He didn't do anything because he thought she is such a great devotee. Oh, why should I try to intervene? Krishna will definitely save her. That type of mentality is called Jnani Bhaktas. Understand? Knowing that Krishna is all powerful and he will certainly come for his devotees. So you'll see that here, this picture of Draupadi, and Krishna is providing her sari. Krishna is providing her sari. Dushasan is actually pulling the sari. And Dushasana has the strength of 10,000 elephants, but he is unable to pull all the sari which Krishna is providing. Dhritarashtra is simply onlooker and is actually is blind, so how can he be an onlooker? But anyway, he was present there and he didn't intervene. And you see Dronacharya and our Bhishma also standing there, and they are not intervening. The one reason that Bhishma didn't intervene when Draupadi was being stripped naked, was actually because they had eaten the contaminated food of Duryodhana. Vishairanna khaila malina malina mana haile Krishna smarana. You see Bhishma is with a white beard, is just watching what is going on. Understand? So, because his mind was contaminated apparently. And when Arjuna hit him with arrows, oh, what happened? Oh, immediately all the blood came out and all his contamination of the mind was gone. So today also Ekadasi is like that. It purifies our system basically. Understand? Fasting is purified. One time one devotee, he went to Govinda Deva temple. He began to reside in Govinda temple. Apparently he was Gurudeva disciple or maybe he was a disciple of Swamin Goswami Maharaj. And then he told that, oh, I am feeling great lust. I want to get married. Then Gurudev immediately called him. He said, come back to Keshavji Gaudiya Math. And then he told him, you should fast for 3 days. 3 days, don't take any food. Just be on water or something. And 3 days, you didn't take any prasad actually. Then 4th day, he didn't feel like getting married. And because taking all the Mahaprasad of ghee, all the Mahaprasad is transcendental, but it puts pressure on our system. Tongue, it afflicts, then it afflicts the belly, and then below genitals also. So you was feeling to get married, understand? So we should not overeat prasadam also, understand? And not very sumptuous prasadam, not too many spices or pickles, not lot of milk. Brahmacharis shouldn't take too much milk. I heard that Gurudev used to forbid the brahmacharis taking milk in the night. Hot milk is for householders who have to beget good children. But for brahmacharis, it doesn't serve a purpose to have a hot glass of milk because it is a very strong, it will affect the senses very strongly. It will impair the senses. So therefore, you see that Yudhishthira is also type of a Jnani Bhakta. Yudhishthira is a very strong person, understand? Out of the 5 Pandavas, Yudhishthira is the strongest. Because he is dharma personified. He is stronger than Bhima and Arjuna, Nakul and Sahadev. Understand? Now, what is the proof that Yudhishthira is the strongest? Actually, one time, one particular, they were in Kamyavan, in the forest exile, and in Kamyavan, they felt thirsty. Draupadi felt thirsty, and they had to drink water. So Nakul was sent first. Go get some water. So Nakul went to a lake, and at lake there was one yaksha. He was disguised like a crane. So he was disguised like a crane, and he told Nakul that please answer my question and take water. But Nakul didn't answer the question, and he went to take water anyways. And then what happened? Oh, Nakul fell unconscious. Nakul just fell unconscious. And then Sahadev went, and then Bhima went, Arjuna went. Oh, but all fell unconscious. Understand? So this is actually what happened. This is what happened. I'll show you a picture actually. I saw a very nice picture. This is actually what's going on here. There's actually one yaksha, and you can see the 4 brothers are unconscious there. Because they went to take water, without answering the question of Dharmaraj, who is disguised as a yaksha. But Yudhishthira went there and he said, okay, I'll answer your questions. So he asked some questions basically. So first question was, who is heavier than the earth? Who is heavier than the earth? And the answer was actually, mother is heavier than the earth. Even what mother does for us, we cannot believe, understand. So we should respect our mother, whether devotee or not devotee, no harm. Whether our father is a devotee or not devotee, no harm. Always respect your mother and father. And then the next question was, who is higher than the sky? And the answer was the father. Father is higher than the sky. Mother is heavier than the earth, and father is higher than the sky. Then so many questions were asked. One question was, what is the news? In the United States, they say, what's the news? What's the news? What's happening? So that's what they say in America. News, actually, they say that news word comes from, it's an abbreviation of north, west, east, south. Anyways, there is nothing new news here. Everything is, any news is bad news, they say in English, right? So Yudhishthira Maharaj said that all the living entities are suffering. They are being cooked like a gobi fry Manchurian. Sorry, Ekadasi. She won't say like this. But we have been fried alive. Fried alive in this big pot. That is what it is. And then he said that, very nice verse he said. And I want to bring it to your attention, this verse. I think you should commit it to your memory. This is in Gaudiya Kantar also. And he said some verse, Shrutayo Vivinna, Mahajano Yena Gathasa Pantha. Mahajano, Mahajano Yena Gathasa Pantha. So that is what I think, the axiom. This axiom, you should try to remember this shloka. Mahajano Yena Gathasa Pantha. So this one actually, the verse I will read, Tarko Apratistha, Shrutayo Vivinna, Nasava Munir Yasya Matana Vinna, Dharmasya Tattvam, Nihitam Guhaya, Mahajano Yena Gathasa Pantha. I will again read the verse. And you should note it down in your heart and try to commit it to your memory if you have good memory. Otherwise, at least try to understand the purport of it. If you don't have such good memory, no harm. Tarko Apratishta. So basically, they're actually telling Tarko Apratishta. Tattva cannot be understood by just logic alone. Tarko Apratishta Shrutayo Vivinna. Nasava Mundiryasya Matam na Vinna. Dharmasya Tattvam Nihitam Guhaya. Mahajano Yena Gathasa Pantha. Amazing verse. So by logic you cannot understand the spiritual conception. Understand? And because all the Upanishad Shrutis, they actually sometimes tell one thing, then tell another thing. So you get confused actually by studying scriptures. So that's why you go to the Mahajan. Mahajan means a pure devotee, like Srila Gurudev, Sripad Dandi Maharaj Ji. This verse actually, I'll show you on my screen. That Tarko Pratishtha Shrutayo Vivinna. Nasava Munir Yasya Matam na Vinnam. Dharmasya Tattvam Nihitam Guhayam. Mahajano Yena Gathasa Pantha. So basically follow the path of Mahajans. You follow exactly, emulate how Gurudev acted, how Sripad Dandi Maharaj acted. That is how you learn basically. There is a way to learn. You simply try to follow how they behave. Logic and discourse are inconclusive. A person whose opinion does not differ from others is not considered a great sage. Basically, it's a Charvak Muni. His opinion is that Vranam Krutva, Ghrutam Jivet, Yabam Jivet, Sukham Jivet, Basmi Bhuta Siddhya, Kutopadaradavanam Bhavet. Eat, sleep, make merry. Once you die, who's going to come back? Like that. Then Patanjali is telling that merge in Vishnu, get lost into Vishnu's body, become one with Vishnu. And someone is telling something else. So there are different munis, but they have different opinions. And merely by studying the Vedas, which are wide-ranging, one cannot come to the correct spiritual knowledge. So knowledge of this path is hidden in the heart of a self-realized person, Mahajan. Here Mahajan means self-realized person. Consequently, one should accept whatever path these self-realized persons advocate. Whatever this is actually from Mahabharata Vana Parva, 313, 1.7. Understand? So this is very, very important. You should follow, one should accept whatever path is set out by the Mahajans, by the great personalities. So the point here is that Yudhishthira Maharaj is also a Gyani Bhakta. That's why he had helped Draupadi. But he was not seeing any faults. Yudhishthira Maharaj used to always call him Duryodhan, Suyodhan. Duryodhan means a bad warrior. Suyodhan means a good warrior. And Dushyasan means bad governance, bad government, bad governor, bad governance. But he used to call him Suyodhan, good governance. Means he never used to see any fault in others. You should try to be like that. So Shri Ambarish Maharaj is Shuddha Bhakta. Maryada Purushottam Shri Ramchandra's servant Hanuman is a Premi Bhakta. Dwarkadish Bhagwan, Shri Krishna's associates, 5 Pandavas and Draupadi, they are Prema Parabhakta. And Shri Krishna's Mantri means minister, prime minister, friend, bosom friend, his instructor, his guide, Uddhav is the Prematur Bhakta. So therefore, how devotees are very dear to Krishna, Srila Gurudev once explained the character of Ambarish Maharaj. You see that Ambarish, he did the paran of, he wanted to protect Bhakti. Basically, our only position is Bhakti. So Ambarish activities were totally for the sake of Bhakti and Bhakti alone. And therefore, he concluded his Ekadashi Vrata by accepting some Charanamrita. But there was a great Mahayogi, Durvasa Muni, and he came to know that he has done paran. And then, in the moment he came there and he wanted to he created one female demoness, Kritya, to burn Ambarish. So Durvasa is already angry, no doubt about it, he is very angry sage. And top of that, he was hungry, understand. So if you are hungry, you will become more angry, understand. No doubt about it. Understand. Once I was going on all around the United States, across East Coast to West Coast, somehow I don't know why, West Coast to East Coast, on Greyhound bus, and 3 days, my goodness. And there was a man traveling in front seat. He said, all I know is I am hungry because not much food was available in the Greyhound. There we used to stop anywhere. And whatever they were selling at the bus stands, nothing was edible for us. So he said, all I know is I am hungry. So Durvasa was hungry and he became more angry. So he took out his dreadlocks and I don't have dreadlocks, gone. And he hit on the ground and created a female demoness to burn Ambarish. But Bhagavan Sudarshan Chakra, it manifested there. And immediately it destroyed that Kritya, Sudarshan Chakra. Now Sudarshan Chakra is actually the manifestation of Sudarshan Chakra himself has become Narsingadev. So when we pray to actually Narsingadev to protect us, actually we are praying to Sudarshan Chakra. So Sudarshan Chakra is always there for the devotees. There are different depictions of Sudarshan Chakra which you might have seen. Sudarshan Chakra is depicted in different ways with many hands, like that. I saw once a very good picture of Sudarshan, and I'll show it to you. You can see it on the net. Maybe a Sri Vaishnava picture movie. From Sri Vaishnava perspective, they are depicting Sri Sudarshan. The Sudarshan is depicted like this. Understand? I don't know if you can see on your phone. So you see Sudarshan Chakra. That is how it is. And he has seen so many weapons in his own hand. He has his own chakra. But this is that is how the Sudarshan Chakra looks like. So Sudarshan Chakra immediately came. That is how the Sudarshan Chakra looks like. How it like that. Understand? And you see in the background, there is actually David's star of David. Understand? Now, Sripad Dandi Maharaj always talks about the Star of David. He always tells me that I never actually got it correctly what he was telling, but apparently what he was telling that the Star of David, basically it has, Star of David has 6 vertices in the language of geometry. And then he was telling that Krishna, Balram, and Yogamaya are three vertices, and Jiva, Paramatma, and Maya, other three vertices. Something like this he was talking actually. So I should get it right. But that's why this Star of David is highly respected in Judaism, because it represents Krishna, Balram, and Yoga Maya. Basically Krishna, Balram, and Subhadra, three vertices. And then Paramatma, Jivatma, and Maya Shakti, like this. These three things, they are basically. So that's what it is. So Suryan Chakra came and it attacked Durvasa Muni, and Durvasa Muni started running. That was a wise thing to do, because you can imagine the temperature of Sudarshan Chakra. Actually, is Sudarshan. Su means nice and Darshana means seeing. Basically, Sudarshan gives us the darshan of Jagannath. Without the mercy of Sudarshan, we cannot have darshan of Krishna or Jagannath. Other day I was having some pain in my left eye, maybe overworking on computers, overexposure to the computer screens, or what, or maybe some other reasons. But I asked one Didi, she's studying medicine, and she said, take Mahasurshan Churana. I said, wait a minute, Mahasurshan Churana is for fever. But then I realized Sudarshan means really, darshan means seeing by the eyes. It must work for the eyes also. It's common sense. The name itself is Sudarshan. Means it will give you darshan means able to see. Good darshan. Sudarshan means good darshan. So, our great sage, it travels to the 14 planetary systems. And especially goes everywhere to the caves of Meru Parvat and everywhere. And he finally goes to Satyaloka, where Lord Brahma is present. Four-headed Brahma is present. Now this is the topmost planet, and there he should, there he expects to get some relief. But alas, even Brahma cannot help him. Brahma cannot help him. See, such a high planet he went, but no. Because he has offended a devotee, so Brahma apparently cannot help him. So Satyaloka, you can see here that is depicted here in one picture of ISKCON. One ISKCON artist. See, Brahma is four-headed actually, and he has four arms, and he's sitting there on the throne. There is one personality who's standing in front of him, is apparently Brahma, apparently Indra. He has thousands of eyes apparently, and Shiva is also standing there, because Shiva is the son of Brahma. So Brahma told him, I cannot help him. You go to Vishnu. But he went to Lord Shiva apparently. He went to Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva also could not protect him. So he told in Shivaloka, O Pita, because Durvasa is manifest from the portion of Lord Shiva. He said, please protect me, because the heat of Sudarshan is unbearable, please protect me. So Lord Shiva told, why did you come for me? You should quickly leave from here. I am helpless. I am unable to help you. You have disrespected a pure Vaishnava. You have disrespected a pure Vaishnava. And I am very afraid of Vaishnava Parad. And we should all be very much afraid of Vaishnava Parad. Because Vaishnava Parad is called Hathi Mata offense. Hathi Mata means mad elephant offense. That it approves like a mad elephant. Like Gurudev's Sai Maharaj book, we have seen, an offense at the lotus feet of a Vaishnava is very serious. Indeed, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has described this offense as Hathi Mata, the mad elephant offense. A mad elephant can create a disaster, especially when it enters into a nicely trimmed garden. One should therefore be very careful not to commit any offense against a Vaishnava. Every devotee should be ready to take instructions from a superior Vaishnava. And a superior Vaishnava must be ready to help an inferior Vaishnava in all. This is very, very important. That we should don't criticize any Vaishnava Otherwise, our bhakti creeper will be uprooted. Because mad elephant offense. Mad elephants, everyone is scared. Imagine an elephant will come charging in your garden. What will happen to your garden actually? So like you see here, elephants are coming. If they are coming, oh, forget about it. You better run from that place. Like this. These elephants are charging. Imagine they enter your garden, or your private garden, or public garden, or government garden, municipality garden. What these elephants will do to the garden. That is what is the Vaishnava Prad is all about. It's called mad elephant. Mata means mad elephant offense. Understand? So be very, very careful about this offense. So then Lord Shiva told that if I give you shelter, the Sudarshan Chakra will also attack me. So you should quickly go to Bhagavan Vishnu. Because Sudarshan Chakra belongs to him, he can protect you. So you see that Lord Shiva, once he took side of Kashiraj. So that time Lord Vishnu's Chakra burned down entire Kashi. Burned down entire Kashi. So you see that it is very, very strong. Sudarshan Chakra is very strong. So Lord Shiva knows very well that if anyone will offend a Vaishnava, then Sudarshan Chakra will actually not leave him alone. We should never offend a Vaishnava. Understand? Because Sudarshan Chakra is the weapon of our Lord Vishnu, but he has this Sudarshan Chakra he has kept with the devotees. He said, devotees, you need a bodyguard, then take my Sudarshan Chakra. Always this Sudarshan Chakra will accompany. Anyone will attack you, this Sudarshan Chakra will not spare that person. Like recently, that Maharaj also was very much disturbed by the news of women being harassed in India and they are being, kind of tortured in India, which is very unfortunate. And Srila Maharaj also, Srila Dandi Maharaj also told me to write a book about women's protection, and his advice to the women was to do Ekadasi. Because just like Ambarish Maharaj was protected by the attack of Durvasa, women also will be protected if they do Ekadashi, chant Hare Krishna mantra. They will be saved from these miscreants and dangers. What to speak of females? Even the males are also insecure. They are also insecure actually these days. Yesterday I was seeing one movie on YouTube about Shivaji Maharaj. Shivaji Maharaj was a great warrior, Maratha warrior. And he followed the instructions of Tukaram, a great Vaishnava. So Shivaji was telling in that movie that, once Sita was kidnapped by Ravana, there was a Ramayana. When Draupadi was about to be disrobed, and there was Mahabharata. But so many Hindu women are being kidnapped by Muslims, and alas, we are not doing anything. And that's why Shivaji Maharaj, he destroyed this Muslim kingdom, understand? Because they were kidnapping Hindu women, Sanatana Dharma, understand? So but we should always take shelter of this great personality. You know by now who this great personality is. This is Sudarshan Chakra, understand? And this chakra is your personal bodyguard. Look carefully. He has so many weapons, I doubt if anyone wants to come near you. If you are doing Ekadashi, if you are chanting Hare Krishna, I don't think any goon or no one will come to mug you if you have this great bodyguard, understand? But he will protect you only if you do Ekadashi and chant Hare Krishna, understand? You cannot hire him. But Lord Vishnu, he will listen only to Lord Vishnu. And Lord Krishna will send to only that devotee who is chanting Hare Krishna and not offending any Vaishnava. Understand? So then that particular great sage Durvasa came to Vishnu. He said, you are Brahmanya Dev. Brahmanya Dev means you respect Brahmanas very much. Brahmanya Devaya. Namo Brahmanya Devaya. Go Brahmana Hitaya. Jagar Hitaya Krishnaya. Govindaya Namo Namaha. This prayer, apparently, if you know, when this prayer was offered, this prayer actually was offered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in front of Jagannath. This prayer was offered by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in front of Jagannath. Understand? Namo Brahmanya Devaya, Go Brahmana Hitaya, Jagar Hitaya Krishnaya, Govindaya Namo Namaha. oh my Lord, you are the well-wisher of the cows and the Brahmanas, and you are the well-wisher of the entire human society and the world. So this prayer is a very, very important prayer. Namo Brahmanya Devaya Go Brahmanya Hitaya Jagadhitaya Krishnaya Govindaya Namo Namaha. This is from Vishnu Purana. This was written by, Vishnu Purana was written by Parashar Muni's father, Vyasadev's father, Parashar Muni. Understand? So very, very nice verse, and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to pray like this, with this prayer to Jagannath. Understand? So it must be mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Understand? So he is Brahmanya Dev. He is always respecting Brahmanas. So Durvasa is requesting Narayan to protect him, because the harsh rays of the Sudarshan Chakra are burning him from behind. So Bhagavan Narayan told that I am unable to protect you. And then he told the reason for it. Aham bhakta paradhino hi asatantra ivadvija sadhu virgrasta hridayam gvatto bhakta jana priya. So this verse actually you can see in 9 canto, 4th chapter, 63rd verse. Aham bhakta paradhino. The Supreme Personality of Godhead said to the Brahmana, I am completely under the control of my devotees. Indeed, I am not at all independent. Because my devotees are completely devoid of material desires, I sit only within the course of their heart. But to speak of my devotee, even those who are devotees of my devotees are very dear to me. Amazing. Even devotees of the devotees are also very dear to me. Like example is given that Vibhishan is not a devotee of Ram, but he is a devotee of Hanuman. he was a disciple of Hanuman. But he is very dear to Lord Ram because he is very much faithful to his Guru, to Hanuman. Understand? So by the mercy of Hanuman, he also got the mercy of Ram. So if Guru is advanced, he very easily get mercy. So you see here, मैं भक्तों का प्रिय, I am dear to the devotees, and devotees control me completely. Like Bhagavan is like a henpecked husband. Understand? Bhagavan is like a henpecked husband who is completely controlled by his chaste wife. Understand? Just like woman will control the man completely. That is the nature. A good wife, by her service, her loving attitude, service mood, she completely control the husband. Understand? And I see the power of women. Actually, many times I go book distribution, and now that I don't go so much, but I go on Nagar Sankirtan. But I used to go to the railway station, Bangalore, and there maybe a boyfriend and girlfriend are there, or husband and wife are there. I don't know their relationship. And I looked at the man. I said, please buy this book. This is a very good quality book. He will look at the face of his wife or girlfriend. Then if she says okay, she will nod, then he will buy. Otherwise, if she doesn't nod, negative manner, then he will not buy. He will look at her first. This is completely controlled by her. That is the nature. And I am not saying it is bad because because she must be rendering so much service to him, cooking, washing his clothes, everything. That is how a chaste wife will control the husband, no doubt about it. That is the strength of the woman. That by service attitude, by submissiveness, woman completely controls the man. So Bhagavan is also like that. Bhagavan is the Jagatpati, the husband of the whole world, but devotees control him completely. Because submissively giving up their husband, wife, children, family, job, career, everything, sacrificing, serving Krishna, how can Krishna abandon them? How can he abandon them when they are in danger? So Bhagavan is telling that if I protect you, Durvasa, my devotees will be unhappy. And I cannot make my devotees unhappy. It is beyond my strength, understand. Just like as a husband in India cannot even think of him, making his wife unhappy, understand. Husband will do anything but not make his wife unhappy because he will know that it will ruin his all happiness. His wife is unhappy. So like that, Bhagavan also very scared of making his devotees unhappy, understand. So Shri Durvasa Rishi is asking that You are Bhagavan, so how you must be independent. But how you are controlled by the devotees? So then Bhagavan told that yes, that is my nature. If my devotees does devotional service to me, then my heart also melts for that devotee. That is my nature. Understand? My heart melts for that devotee. This is my nature. So that is the nature of Bhagavan. And Bhagavan is subjugated by the devotee. Otherwise Bhagavan is a cheat, unconquerable. But by service, he is completely conquered. So Durvasa is asking, if you are so merciful, and your heart melts by seeing anyone's distress, then why your heart is not melting seeing my distress? I am surrendered to you. Why your heart is not melting? Then Bhagavan is telling that my mind is not, or Rishi, or great sage, try to understand. My mind is not with me. Therefore, my mind, how can I ponder or meditate on your bad condition? Because my mind is with the devotees. I don't have a mind of my own. I am completely controlled, subjugated by the service of the devotees. They always serve me. Uh, uh, and if I tell devotees, I am so satisfied by your service, so satisfied by your service. Now just take any benediction. Then the devotees tell me, oh no, we don't want any benediction. We only want your service. So then Krishna becomes you are more indebted. He becomes more indebted. The debt keeps on increasing. And then Bhagavan thinks, what should I give them? What should I give them in return? They are doing such nice service. They are doing such nice service. So finally Bhagavan says, I will give them the most valuable object in this world. And that is, I will give them my heart. Is there anything more precious than the heart of Krishna? So Krishna, when he cannot give anything to the devotees don't accept, then Krishna gives his own heart to the devotees. So Krishna doesn't have a heart. Understand? Because his heart is with he has no mind of his own. His mind is also with the devotees. His heart is also with the devotees. So how can Krishna save Durvasa? Because he has given his heart to the devotees like Ambarish Maharaj. So Durvasa, Bhagavan is telling that you should know that my mercy manifests in the hearts of the devotees. Suppose Guru Bhagavan is telling that if a devotee desires to show mercy to someone, then Bhagavan will immediately fulfill that desire. Just like when I'm on the train and I have some books with me, and then some Mataji, she will start looking at the books. Then she will ask me the prices of the books. Then I will say, okay, this is the book, this is the book. Then she likes some books, she just looks at the husband. Immediately, husband will pull out the wallet. Quickly. How much? He will ask me. How much? He is willing, immediately, when wife or girlfriend is willing to satisfy her. Why? Because he is completely controlled by her. So Bhagavan is also like that. Immediately, if devotee wants, he fulfills his desire. So Bhagavan also reciprocates with the devotees. So Bhagavan, if the devotee says, Krishna, please show mercy to that person who is suffering in this material world and give him bhakti. Oh, Krishna will immediately give him bhakti. Oh, Krishna, please favor that devotee. May bhakti come to him. Or immediately bhakti will come to that person. Because actually devotee is desiring, willing, thinking, feeling and willing. So devotee is thinking of favoring someone, immediately Krishna is willing. Understand? So when devotee feels like giving mercy, Krishna immediately fulfills that desire and gives mercy to this particular devotee. But Bhagavan is telling that he created one very fiery demoness. Oh, this demoness was so ferocious. Understand? And that demoness wanted to devour my great devotee, Ambarish Maharaj. How can I forgive you? How can I forgive you? You're trying to kill my devotee. Durvasa, are you trying to kill my devotee? Understand? So basically, you can see here in the picture, there's a very nice picture of ISKCON to get the idea that how it's drawn more in the Western style because the devotees were drawing from the Western world, American background, but still, it is very nice. Understand? Swami Maharaj used to call them the windows to the spiritual world. So Durvasa, this Ambarish Maharaj is standing there, he's a king, great king, and he's creating this fiery demoness to devour him. And then Sudarshan Chakra will come and cut off the head of this fiery demoness in the back. Understand? So basically, Bhagavan is telling that you are trying to kill my devotee, Ambarish, such a great devotee. How can I forgive you? Bhagavan is telling, how can I forgive you? You go and ask forgiveness from him only. He alone can forgive you. Hari Krishna. Hari Bol. Anu Prabhu, are you there? Anu Prabhu?
Yes, Maharaj.
Sing some bhajan.
Yes, ma'am.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
people
sing
will fall asleep.
sing a Guru Bhajan.
Throw water on your face if you are feeling sleepy. Sometimes I also feel sleepy in the class, especially on late night. Because sleep is our number one enemy in life. Hare Krishna.
Sing a Guru Bhajan for Shri Guru Vastaka.
So we're gonna sing, of course. Anybody else going to sing?
Sing Mataji Guru Vastaka. Can you hear me, Mataji?
Yes.
Do you want to sing, Mataji?
Yes, sing.
Okay, go ahead, Mataji. No problem.
So can I say Namaste Narasimhaya?
Sure, no harm, please.
Okay. Namaste Narasimhaya. Sing with me.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Namaste Narasimhaya.
Praladayini. Praladayini.
Praladayini.
Hiranyakashipurvakshaha.
Hiranyakashipurvaksha.
Hiranyakashipurvakshaha.
Hiranyakashipurvaksha.
Shilatankanakalaye.
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 Ito nashimo parato nashimo.
Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimha.
Ito nashimo parato nashimo.
Ito Narasimha Parato Narasimha.
Yato yato yami tato nashimo.
Yato Yato Yami Tato Narasimha.
Yato yato yami tato nashimo.
Yato Yato Yami Tato Narasimha.
Bahir nashimo hirdaye nashimo.
Bahi Narasimha Rudaye Narasimha.
Bahir nashimo hirdaye nashimo.
Bahi Narasimha Rudaye Narasimha.
Narasimhadim sharanam prapade.
Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapate.
Narasimhamadim sharanam prapade.
Narasimhamadim Sharanam Prapate.
Tava kara kamalavare nam abhuta shingam.
Tava kara kamalavare nakham अद्भुत श्रृंगार
दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गम्
हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गाम्
केशवदृष्ट नरहरिरूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवदृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे
तव कर कमल वरे नहम् अभूत श्रृंगम् दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गम्
तव कर कमल वरे नखाम् अद्भुत श्रृंगाम् दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गाम् केशवदृता
नरहरि रूप जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवदृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज प्रहलाद महाराज जय प्रहलाद महाराज
जय प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद
जय प्रभुपद जय प्रभुपद प्रभुपद श्रील प्रभुपद
जय परम गुरुदेव परम गुरुदेव परम गुरुदेव जय परम गुरुदेव
जय परम गुरुदेव जय परम गुरुदेव परम गुरुदेव जय परम गुरुदेव
निताय गौर रंग हरि बोल
निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल हरे
हरे
कृष्णा
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे हरे
हरे
राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम Rama Hare Hare.
Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Let us Hare Krishna.
Sleep
Thank you so much,
gone.
Mataji. Very good. So
You sleep
that
gone?
yes. So we all heard a very nice bhajan from Siddhi Mata.
Yeah.
And
Ah.
so now Bhagavan is angry with Durvasa. That you created this Kritya demoness to kill my dear devotee, Ambarish Maharaj. You have made a big mistake by putting a devotee in danger. Understand? We should also be very careful. We should not try to put a devotee in danger, not exploit their weak situation or financial situation. Because devotees are transcendental, they are directly protected by Sudarshan Chakra of Krishna. So if you try to test them, then Krishna will be active. Understand? Generally speaking, I see that in India, people are very possessive of their children. If you somehow even think of harming their children, they'll be very angry with you. They'll not be as angry with you if you try to harm them. But if you harm the children, oh, parents are like fire. Understand? So that's why Bhagavan also has that nature. He has that Bhakta Vatsalta. Just like the parents are very protective of their children, Bhagavan is also very protective of the devotees. So don't mess with, in America they say, don't mess with Texas. The laws of Texas, they are very, very stringent, and as they say it. Don't mess with, don't do any crime in Texas. So like that, don't mess with the devotees of the Lord. Because if you try to do any mischief with them, Krishna will not tolerate that. Understand? Uh, so that warning should also be there. We should make a T-shirt actually. I was seeing a T-shirt. Don't mess with Texas. I remember that. Here you see, don't mess with Texas. You should make one T-shirt. Don't mess with devotees. Understand? Always respect them. Always be kind to them. Always be compassionate to them. Bhagavan is very protective of them. So now Bhagavan is telling him that Ambarish is endowed with all the good qualities, but he considers himself to be fallen, lowly and fallen. Like Shripad Dandi Maharaj, he is very qualified, he knows all the Siddhanta, he has very high degree in science and very learned, very educated, but very lowly. He has this mood, I am very low and fallen. He is doing, sometimes cleaning the cow dung, cleaning the goshala, lifting the hay for the cows, any menial work he will do. Most of the time his dhoti is always drenched with cow dung and water, so sleeping on the ground. This is the quality of a Vaishnava. Although he is so qualified and so highly educated, but you see that he is doing very humble Guru Seva, Go Seva, Vaishnava Seva, Krishna Seva, like this. So don't think that devotees don't know anything. They could not get success in the material world, so they become devotees. Not like that. But they are intelligent. Jai Krishna Bhaje se bada chatur. You know this adage. Jai Krishna Bhaje. If you don't know this, then you should learn this. Jai Krishna Bhaje se bada chatur. Chatur means very intelligent. In Chaitanya Charitamrita it is said, Krishna Jai Bhaje se bada chatur. Unless one is Krishna conscious, he cannot be called an intelligent person. Understand? So, Chatur means intelligent. So, Durvasa Muni told, Hey Brahmana Dev, Brahmano ko Sanman dena to aapka swabhav hai. So, Bhagavan, now Durvasa is again praising to Bhagavan. You are Brahmana Dev, you respect the Brahmanas. So, and I am not an ordinary Brahmana, I am a high class Brahmana, he is telling. I am a high class Brahmana. I am born from the plenary portion of Shankara. I am born from the plenary portion of Shankara. So you don't know my tattva. You know my tattva completely, but unnecessarily why you are rejecting me, neglecting me, he's asking. I cannot understand this. So Bhagavan is saying that yes, I am neglecting you. Bhagavan is telling that for you shall I give up my devotees. For you, why should I give up my devotees like Ambarish? I never protect the lives of the enemies of my devotees. Bhagavan is telling, if someone is inimical to my devotee, I don't protect their lives. Like Bhagavan didn't save Duryodhan, Dushasan, because they were opposed to Pandavas. So Bhagavan didn't save them. If he wanted, he could have saved their lives. But they were staunchly opposed to Bhagavan, understand? And especially to his devotees. So that's why you see that Bhagavan is very much against those who are opposed to his devotees. Those who try to hurt their devotees, then Bhagavan cannot tolerate that. Actually, once Draupadi, had she actually had one particular pot, and that utensil will give unlimited food. But that particular day, she had taken the food. So that utensil, which is given by the sun god to Maharaj Yudhishthir, would not yield any food anymore. And Durvasa came with so many disciples. So Yudhishthir Maharaj was worried how to feed so many disciples of Durvasa along with Durvasa Muni. So Draupadi remembered Krishna. Krishna came there and he said, I am very also hungry. Please give me something. Then she looked at that pot and that Akshay Patra, as they call it. And that Akshay Patra actually had some small spinach leaf attached to it. And Krishna ate that leaf and what happened? Oh, Krishna satisfied. And Krishna burped. Krishna gave made a sound as if he's completely full. And then what happened? Oh, all the sages like Durvasa and his followers, they had gone to take bath in Vivala Kunda. They also felt satisfied. And they ran away from there without taking food. So, Yasmin Tushte Jagat Tushte. Understand? So, now that Akshay Patra apparently came to Madhvacharya later on, which Draupadi had, and which used to yield unlimited food. And then, now that Akshay Patra is transferred to the next Paryaya Swami. Means the deity of Krishna, which is worshipped at Udupi, the deity apparently is worshipped for 2 years by one sannyasi. There are eight monasteries surrounding the Udupi. So each leader of the monastery gets a chance to worship the deity for 2 years. So in 2 years he is able to see all the festivals of the Lord. He is the host, he is the manager, and he is the superintendent, everything. He has complete control of the worship of the deity. So basically all the 8 months get a chance on a rotation basis. The system was started by Vadiraj Tirtha. Previously Madhvacharya had told that 2 months each sannyasi will worship. But then actually there was a dissatisfaction because some sannyasis would go to Badrika Ashram very far and then they couldn't come back on time even after 14 months. And some sannyasis always would get some season where there are no festivals. So now they changed it. Vadiraj Tirtha was a great devotee of Hayagriva incarnation of the Lord. As you can see here, that the Lord would come. Vadiraj Tirtha is called the second Madhva. Vadiraj Tirtha, he used to hold chickpeas soaked in honey, fried chickpeas soaked in honey. And Lord in the form of his Hayagriva. Hayagriva means like the head of a horse. He used to come and eat those chickpeas. But once people poisoned them, understand. So now Bhagavan ate all the chickpeas. Vadiraj didn't get any prasad. Vadiraj asked the Lord, why you ate all the chickpeas? He said, people had poisoned them out of envy for you. So this Vadiraj is the second manifestation of Madhvacharya. So he told that all the sannyasis of Udupi will get on rotation basis 2 years to serve the deity. They will get 2 years to serve the deity actually. So this Akshay Patra apparently is transferred. This Akshay Patra was originally with Draupadi, which Yudhishthira Maharaj had given to her. And due to this Akshay Patra's presence, unlimited prasadam used to manifest. And even in today Udupi, unlimited prasadam is actually available. So any number of devotees can go to Udupi and take prasadam. You don't have to tell them, phone them, we are coming, 100 are coming, 200 are coming. No. Because they have Akshay Patra, any number of devotees go, they will get prasadam. But on Ekadashi day, obviously, there will be no prasadam. Understand? Because they have so much Ekadashi Nishtha. No grain prasadam is served on Ekadashi day. So I will show you the picture of Akshay Patra. Now this particular sannyasi, apparently if I am not wrong, this particular sannyasi, you see that with the cap out there, he is actually the new Paryay, means the new in charge of the of the temple. And the previous in charge is handing him over that Akshay Patra. Understand? So basically, so this handover is going on, and that you see the pot there, that is Akshay Patra. So as long as Prasadam remains there in that pot, it will feed thousands, millions, trillions of people. So such wonders do exist today also. And there is a very lamp which is burning for last so many years in Udupi also. Understand? So Draupadi was saved by Krishna from this danger. Durvasa actually was sent by Duryodhana. Because Duryodhana very crooked fellow. And he told Durvasa that just like you enjoy my hospitality, you also enjoy hospitality of Yudhishthira. Now what hospitality can Yudhishthira offer in a forest, There's nothing to eat in the forest. Try living in the forest for one day, you'll realize how austere it is. Understand? So many mosquitoes, so many insects. Talk about it, Because I have stayed in the village side sometimes, almost like a forest area. But it's so tough out to live there in the forest. And how the Pandavas live, making a shack, making a small hut, and did such 12 years. How Lord Ramchandra lived in forest exile for 14 years. It's unmentionable actually. How austere they were. How Goswamis lived without hut. They have so much more facility than they have. So we should do bhajan. Hare Krishna. The speaker fell down. So now Bhagwan, हे ब्राह्मण महाराज अम्बरीश मेरे लिए ही अपने स्वार्थ को त्याग कर संपूर्ण रूप से शरणागत हुए. Now Maharaj Ambarish is surrendered to Bhagwan. He has given up all the selfish interest. But what the Bhagwan is asking this question, that what you have done for me? Then Durvasa said, I am a high quality Brahman, you are Brahmanadev, you are maintainer and protector of the Brahmanas. But instead of glorifying a Brahman like me, you are glorifying a Kshatriya king, a king from the warrior class, like Ambarish Maharaj. Kshatriyas are lower than Brahmanas, right? So why you are glorifying the Kshatriya king? What Ambarish has done for you? So Bhagwan is telling that, see, my Sharana, he is surrendered devotee. He tried to protect himself. When you created that fire demon, did Ambarish Maharaj try to protect himself? Did he pull out his sword or something, or bow and arrow? No, he didn't even ask for his protection. Actually, Ambarish has so much strength that he could have protected himself, and he could have countered the curse of Durvasa. Means by his potency, Ambarish could have created a bigger demoness or created a bigger misery for Durvasa. But devotees are not like that. Devotees are like merciful like mother. Suppose many times the baby is drinking the breast milk, and the baby is sometimes kicking the mother and also drinking the breast milk. Will mother slap the baby? No. She tolerates the kicks of the baby. Although she is giving milk, the baby is kicking the mother. So devotees are more merciful than a mother. So like Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda Prabhu was, Madhai, what he did? He hit the liquor pot, earthen pot carrying liquor on the head of Nityananda Prabhu. Nityananda was bleeding. But did he try to kill Madhai? Rather, he told Mahaprabhu, don't kill him. Don't kill him. Spare him for me. I'll take care of him. Like this. So devotees are so merciful. So merciful. So Mahaprabhu was so angry. Mahaprabhu that time also he called Chakra. So, Chakra. Like this. Mahaprabhu called out Chakra. And then Jagai Madhai fell down at the feet of Mahaprabhu. And Nityananda Prabhu also pleaded. In background you can see Nityananda Prabhu half of him. He said, don't kill them. Mercy, show mercy. Understand? So devotees are very, very merciful. That is the nature of the devotees. No doubt about it. Although they are bitten, they don't want to do harm to anyone. Ambarish also, he didn't take revenge. Understand? He didn't retaliate. We should also give up the tendency of retaliation. Although we are very strong, we shouldn't retaliate. We should tolerate but not retaliate. We should not give the vengeful mentality. Give up that mentality. So Ambarish didn't pray for himself. And actually Bhagavan is telling that I wanted to, if I wanted, I could have punished Durvasa, right? Now I could have punished you. But my dear devotee Ambarish is praying for your protection. He's folding his hands and crying and weeping and not taking any food. And he's praying to me all the time, 24 hours a day without sleeping, chanting Hare Krishna, save Durvasa, save Durvasa, save Durvasa, save Durvasa. What can I do? My hands are tied. Like the Haridas Thakur. Haridas Thakur was beaten in 22 marketplaces. Mahaprabhu wanted to kill all those Muslims, soldiers who were beating up Haridas Thakur unnecessarily. But Haridas Thakur was praying for their welfare. Oh Lord, please forgive them, please forgive them. What can Mahaprabhu do? Mahaprabhu had to simply, couldn't do anything to them. Understand? So devotees pray for their perpetrators, those who attack them. But devotees are so merciful. They are like Haridas Thakur. So you see that Ambarish is also so merciful. He is praying for the welfare of Durvasa Muni. So then Bhagavan told him that you consider yourself Atmaram and Attakam, you are self-satisfied, all your desires are fulfilled. Why you are running due to the fear of Sudarshan Chakra? Why you are running here and there? And you also surrendered to the demigods like Brahma and Shiva. And now you are coming to me. But Bhagavan told that devotees are not at all fearful, but always cheerful. Not at all fearful, but always cheerful. A Rishi, so Bhagavan is telling that I am not Yogi Vatsal. I am not compassionate to the yogis, mystic yogis like him. But I am Bhakta Vatsal. I am compassionate to my devotees. This is my topmost quality. So then Rishi Mahadurvasa is asking, what is more important? Is it important to break the fast of Ekadasi on time or to respect the Brahmanas? So then Bhagavan Narayan told, I have no time to answer your meaningless questions. Go to Ambarish Maharaj. He will give you the answer to your questions. He knows more about this topic than me. So Durvasa Muni is telling Bhagavan, why Ambarish could not wait for me? He should have fed me and then he should have broken the fast of Ekadashi. So Bhagavan is telling that I have no time to answer your meaningless question. Bhagavan became very angry. And Bhagavan said, where did he eat? He didn't eat at all. He took my Charanamrut. He told Mahapandit Durvasa ji, you don't understand this small thing that after doing Nirdala Ekadashi, if you take one drop of Charanamrut, that fast is broken. But can drinking one drop of Charanamrut like eating, sumptuous meal, it cannot be compared like that. Understand? Taking Charanamrut is not like taking food. He has not done any fault. He has not disrespected you. Try to understand this. Durvasa is telling, oh Brahmana, I am a Brahmana. And you are seeing my faults only. Just see the faults of Ambarish also. Generally, I don't accept anyone's invitation for lunch or dinner. And Ambarish respects the Brahmanas, so I accepted his invitation. But he ate before me and he has disrespected me. Why you are not seeing his faults? He considers himself intelligent, smart. And very cleverly, without feeding me, he has taken the food. He has taken Charanamrut. Then Bhagavan Narayan is telling that, please go to Ambarish Maharaj and ask these questions. He has only followed the instructions of Vedas and Shrutis, Vedic scriptures. He only followed the instructions given by the scriptures to follow properly Ekadashi Vrata, so that his bhakti is not destroyed. And he was doing this Ekadashi for my pleasure. Quickly go to Ambarish Maharaj. Don't waste any time. And if the foot is stuck in your, if the thorn is stuck in your foot, it cannot come from the head. you have experience in India, walking in the so many bubble trees and the thorn is stuck, then what will happen? Can you take it out of your head? Like this fellow here, a thorn is stuck in his foot. Now what you'll do? You're walking in India and Navati Parikrama, especially Vrindavan Parikrama, and the thorn is stuck like in your foot. What will you do? Can you take it from your head? No. You'll have to take it from your foot only. So you offended a devotee, you ask forgiveness from devotee. If you offended a Bhagwan, you ask forgiveness from Bhagwan. If you offended a devotee, don't go to Bhagwan to ask forgiveness. Bhagwan will not forgive there. Understand? You will have to ask forgiveness from the local center where you are offended, the devotee. However insignificant he may be, ask forgiveness. What's wrong in asking forgiveness? You should always learn to ask forgiveness. Prabhu, please forgive me. Mataji, please forgive me if I said something wrong. Even Gurudev used to say, oh, if I have spoken something which you not palatable to you, please excuse me. Gurudev used to say that, please excuse me. Or if I said something harsh words, please excuse me. Like, see, such an elevated devotee is speaking for our own benefit. Even if Srila Gurudev is speaking some harsh words, he is speaking for our benefit, but still he used to say, excuse me, to his disciples, followers. Such a humble devotee Srila Gurudev was. Understand? He didn't ask any excuse or anything, Still he is doing that. So Bhagavan is again telling that go quickly to Ambarish and ask forgiveness. Then Durvasa is telling that how can I go to Ambarish? He will be very angry with me. So Narayan says you should go. He has equanimity. Understand? He is never angry because he has equanimity. He sees friends and enemy as equal. So devotees have one great quality. The devotees have one nature. If someone censures them, someone spites them, someone attacks them, someone tortures them, disrespects them, rebukes them, harasses them, devotees don't take it to their mind. They forget it. But if someone has done any good thing to them, even has given them one glass of water, they never forget in their life. How much torture others have given, they forget it. But if someone has given even one glass of water, even doing a menial, little bit some service or little help, they'll never forget their whole life. So Bhagavan told him, go be fearless and go to Maharaj Ambarish. So Durvasa Muni went to Maharaj Ambarish, O Maharshi, and he told, so when he came to Maharaj Ambarish, then Ambarish told, Maharshi, please forgive me. You are hungry, you are thirsty, and you are traveling all over the Brahmanda, all four directions, just because of me. So Durvasa said, O king, I have committed an offense. Please forgive me and protect me from this unbearable, intolerable light of Sudarshan Chakra. The light and the brightness, the heat of the Sudarshan Chakra is really giving me a hard time. Please tell Sudarshan Chakra to not harass me so much. So other than your mercy, I don't think anyone can save me from this wild goose chase of Sudarshan Chakra. So Ambarish Maharaj prayed to Sudarshan Chakra and the Sudarshan Chakra vanished from there. Understand? And Durvasa, he was freed from the influence of Sudarshan Chakra. And now he happily began to say that, yes, I understood the glory of the Vaishnavas, Bhaktas. So, although I committed an offense, the devotee only thought of my welfare. So from the life history of Ambarish Maharaj, we get this teaching that Vaishnava Aparadhis are never forgiven by Bhagavan. Bhagavan can make impossible possible. But although he can make possible into impossible and impossible into possible, still he can never tolerate the disrespect of the Vaishnavas. So we should try to always save ourselves from Vaishnava Aparadha. And if we can get the mercy of Bhagavan, then only we can do activities which are pleasing to the Vaishnavas. Understand? So, I'll read some little glories of Ekadasi. Hare Krishna. One small bhajan, 2 minutes, not long. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Please sing small bhajan.
Can I sing a good?
Any bhajan, no harm. All bhajans are good.
Okay. Okay.
Any bhajan.
संसारदावानलिदलोका त्रणयकारुण्य गण गण
गणात्वं प्राप्तस्य कल्याणगुणार्णवस्य
वन्दे गुरु श्री चरणारविन्दं
चरणारविन्दम्
महाप्रभु कीर्तन
कीर्तनस्य
गीता
गीता वादितमाद्य
मनसोरसेना रोमाञ्चकापाश्रुतरङ्गभाजो वन्दे गुरु श्रीचरणरविन्दम् श्रीविग्रहाराधन नित्यानन्दिरमर्जनादो युक्तस्य भक्तं च नियुञ्जतोऽपि वन्दे गुरु श्रीचरणरविन्दम् चतुर्वेदा श्रीभगवत्प्रसाद हरिभक्तसङ्गम् ऋतवेव तृप्तिं
भजतो सदैव
वन्दे गुरु
श्रीचरणरविन्दम्
श्रीराधिका माधवोरपार मधुरलीला
गुणरूपाणाम् स्वादनरूपास्य
वन्दे गुरु श्रीचरणरविन्दम् निकुञ्जयोनो प्रतिचिन्तिते ययादीक्षणीया प्रदति दाक्षादतिवल्लभा वन्दे गुरु श्रीचरणरविन्दम् साक्षादरिवेण समस्तशास्त्रम् उत्कस्ततात्भाव्यन्तु प्रभु वन्दे गुरु श्रीचरणरविन्दम् यस्य प्रसाद भगवत्प्रसाद यस्य प्रसादनकुतोऽपि जयस्तु वार्तास् यशस्त्रिसन्ध्यम् वन्दे गुरु श्रीचरणरविन्दम् जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
Very good. Thank you, Prabhu. Hari Bol, Hari Bol. All right. So we'll carry
Maharaj.
on. Hari Bol.
You're preaching more?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Because Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So I'll read one character of Ekadasi Mahatmya, the character of a great devotee by the name Bhadrashi. There was a great sage by the name Galava. He was doing great austerity. He had a son by the name Bhadrashila. Bhadrashila. He was engaged in, from childhood, in Hari Bhajan, like Dhruva and Prahlad. So, Bhadrashila also gave up all his other religious principles, and he only engaged in serving Bhagwan. He didn't worry about other paths, understand, other religious paths. Only one path he took, of bhakti. So, he used to study Vedas, his Bhadrashil, and he also used to do austerity, japa, scriptural study, everything. But also, he used to also clean the temple of Lord Krishna. And with a pure heart, he used to fast on the two Ekadashis of Krishna and Shukla Paksha, both. So, seeing the bhakti of his son, the great sage Galo Muni felt a great amazement. He was amazed. He asked Bhadrashi that what is the result of following dharma? So then he told father, oh great father, actually you cannot explain by language. No language in the world, English, Sanskrit or Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, cannot express the glories of Ekadasi Vrata. The languages are very tiny, dwarfish, before the humongous, gigantic glories of Ekadashi Vrata. Understand? So just like that, who can count the stars in the sky? Who can count the stars in the sky? Not possible. It is not possible to count the stars in the sky. So many stars in the sky. If you see night time, unlimited number of stars will manifest in the sky. Who can count them? So who can tell the glories of Ekadashi? Who can count? It is possible that you can empty the ocean by a water pot, trying to empty an ocean. Like one bucket at a time, you pull out the water from the ocean and you can empty the ocean. Actually, it's impossible to empty an ocean with just one bucket. But possible. It is even possible to calculate particles of dust on the earth. How many particles of the dust are there on the earth? So you can calculate their number, but you cannot calculate the glories of Ekadashi. So basically, so many particles of dust are in there in the whole earth. So somehow or other you may calculate these particles of dust on the earth, but you cannot calculate the result or the benefit one gets of following Ekadashi Vrata. But Father Galo was becoming very restless to hear the glories of Ekadashi. So his son Bhadrashi told him, you won't father the glories of Ekadashi. He said that in my past life, I had taken birth in Soma Vamsha. Now there are two actually Vamshas, understand. There's basically Soma Vamsha and Surya Vamsha. Soma Vamsha is actually where Krishna was born. He was born from the Moon dynasty, lunar dynasty. And there's also solar dynasty. So there are two main dynasties. Lord Ram appeared in the solar dynasty and Krishna appeared in the Moon dynasty. So this particular son of Gala Rishi, Bhadrashi, was also a king in past life. His name was Dharma Kirti and he was the sovereign king of Jambudvip. But he was very, very wicked person. His nature was not very good. Always engaged in religious activities, always giving harassment to the sadhus and the subjects of his kingdom. So in this way, he spent his whole life in just sinful activities. So one day, by a stroke of some luck, he sat in a chariot and he, along with his army, went to hunting expedition, basically. Now hunting is not allowed, but previously kings used to hunt. So on the path, he actually saw one deer and he wanted to catch that deer. And he told all his soldiers, that if you don't kill this deer, then I will not spare you. You should try to capture this deer, dead or alive. And if deer will run away from your side, then I will kill not only the soldier from whose side the deer ran away, I will also kill his family, sons, father, mother, grandfather. I'll destroy his entire dynasty. Now he's a king, he can do anything, understand? Uh, so all the Sainiks, all the soldiers were very scared that, oh, we should be very careful. We should not let the deer escape from our side, otherwise we will terminate all our family members also, not just us. So the deer also very intelligent. He began to think, suppose I run away from some soldier's side, escape from some soldier's side, then unnecessarily king will kill the soldier and all his descendants, followers, and his relatives and family members. I'm such an insignificant animal. I'm just a deer. Understand? So, but for me, so many people shouldn't die. Why should so many people should die? Today is actually a very auspicious day, Ekadasi. So therefore, if I die on the day of Ekadashi, it will be very nice. It will be very nice. And if I die on the day of Ekadashi, then I will never have to become a deer again. I will be freed from this species of animal species, which is very painful. Understand? So whatever may happen, I will run towards the king only. And if king will kill me, because king is representative of Krishna, Vishnu, if king will kill me, then I will get freedom from this animal species. And I'll get liberation. And somehow if I am saved, then the king will be embarrassed and also the soldiers will be protected. So thinking like this, the king started running towards this king only. The deer started running towards this king only, Dharmakirti. So deer purposefully ran towards Dharmakirti. So Dharmakirti also, he shot an arrow. But actually that arrow missed the deer. So he became very embarrassed and he began to tremble with anger. And he sat on the back of a horse and went into the dense jungle. But he searched for the deer, he couldn't search for it. So then what happened after some time, due to a lot of hard work, my horse also died because too much exertion and I also was very tired. So therefore I slept underneath a tree. I was very thirsty, very hungry, but no food, no water. So I slept underneath a tree. And my my army searched for me everywhere in the forest, but they couldn't find me. So they returned to the kingdom. And then night time, almost night was about 10, like 3 or 4 o'clock in the night, almost the end of the night. I died. That king, he died actually. Dharmakirti. And when he died, two fearful Yamadutas came. And with actually a big rope, they took him to Yamaraj. Because he was a sinful king. So they took him to Yamaraj actually. So Yamaraj is one who gives the punishment for the sinful persons. Understand? Everyone has to go to Yamaraj after death. Unless you are devotee. Like you see a picture here, that Yaman's court is there. This particular fellow, you can see here that someone is brought to Yamaraj court. Understand? So Yamaraj is sitting on the throne there, and this particular man in coat and trousers is brought by Yamadutas. Yamadutas on the back you see very ferocious with big teeth. So that person is very scared. Understand? We may jump so much here and there, but when it's go to Yamaraj, forget about it. That's why. So now he's telling that the Yamadutas came with 2 ropes and they started pulling me to Yamaraj. So Mahajan, Yamaraj is a Mahajan. Yamaraj is a the Mahajan. Actually, there are 12 Mahajans. What are the 12 Mahajans? You should try to remember this verse. Swayambhur Narada Shambhu Kumaraha Kapilo Manu Prahlado Janako Vishmo Balir Vayasaki Vayam. Dvadashete Vijanimo Dharmaha Bhagavatam Bhatan. So, Swayambhur Narado Shambhu Kumara Kapilo Manu Prahlada Janako Vishmo Balir Vayasaki Vayam. Yamaraj is telling this verse. These are called Mahajans. Actually, you can see here in folio this verse. Very nice verse. Try to memorize it. Srimad Bhagavatam verse. Swayambhur Naradaha Shambhu Kumaraha Kapilo Manu Prahlada Janako Vishmo Balir Vayasaki Vayam. Dvadashetar Vijaniya Dharman Bhagavatam Bhata. So basically, you can see that these are Mahajans. Understand? So Yamaraj, they brought him to Yamaraj. But then Yamaraj told his messengers that why did you unnecessarily bring this particular king, Dharmakirti? Because he has been freed from all the sins. Why is freed from all the sins? Because he has unknowingly done Ekadasi Vrata. Because if anyone is following Ekadasi Vrata, if anyone is cleaning the temple of Lord Krishna, anyone is chanting the name of Govinda, one is doing bhajan of Hari, then don't bring such souls to me, but rather respect them, Bhagavan is telling. So hearing these words of Yamaraj, the messengers felt some great wonder, and they folded their hands and they prayed to Yamaraj. So actually Dharmakirti was there. Dharmakirti was there and he was wonderstruck to hear this story from Yamaraj's mouth. And Yamaraj also not only did that, he also served this Dharmakirti king. Then one great divine chariot came from the sky and I got a transcendental destination. So unknowingly I did Ekadashi and I got position in Brahma Loka with Lord Brahma. And recently after his punya was exhausted, he fell down again from the earth and he took birth as a son of great sage Galava. But still he has that transcendental knowledge because he had done Ekadashi, he got the transcendental knowledge. So therefore, his son is thinking that Hari Bhajan is the only essence. That's why I do Ekadashi. Because in my past life, although I was a sinful king, I was saved from Yamaraj by the power of Ekadashi. So this was told by Galarushi's son. And Galarushi's son, Bhadrashil, told his story. And hearing this story, Galarushi became very happy. And he actually felt highly proud that he has begotten such a great devotee son, considered himself fortunate and glorified. And again he kissed his son, Bhadrashil. So, as a result of taking association of a son who was attached to the fast of Ekadashi, Galarushi also became attached to Lord Hari. Understand? So, Madhava Titi Bhakti Janani Jatane Palana Kari Krishna Vasati Bali Parama Aradhare Bali. Hare Krishna. So, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari. Thank you so much for listening to this class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Gaur.
Hare Krishna.
Dandavad Pranama,
Dandavad.
Maharaj.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Should I
Hare
sing a
Today's
song?
Ekadashi, so
Thank you so
no
much.
only singing, dancing, singing more kirtan, bhajans. Today should be endless Hari Katha. No harm in Hari Kirtan. If anyone
Okay.
wants to sing any bhajan, no harm. Today is the day Srila Nandi Maharaj told we can all sing, dance, and be happy. Understand? Today is the day to remember Lord Hari. Understand? So I'm not going to put any time limit because today no time limit. Those who are online, they can listen, and those who are having some work, they can do their necessary work. But if anyone wants to carry on kirtan, they're most welcome. Understand? Because today is a very auspicious day of Lord Hari. Understand? So Mahaprabhu used to do 24-hour kirtan on Ekadasi, and we can do some kirtan actually. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hari.
Should I sing?
Please.
Okay. Bhajahure man Shri Nanda Abhaya Charana Vindare
Achahure mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare
Bhajahure man Shri Nanda Abhaya Charana Vindare
He Bhajahure mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare
Dulabha Manava Janmama Satsanga Dulabha
Manava Janama Sange
Taruhure Bhava Sindhure
Tarahaye Bhava Sindhure
Bhajahure man Shri Nanda Abhaya Charanara Vindare
Bhajahure mana Shri Nanda Nandana Avaya Charanara Vindare
Sita Tapa Bata Basa Barisan
Shita Tapa Bata Barishana
Sita Tapa Bata Arisada Sana
Shita Tapa Bata Barishana
Idina Janami Jagire
Edina Jamini Jagire
Bihali Sevinu Kripana Durajan
Vifale Sevinu Krupana Durjana
Kapila Sukalaba Lagire
Chapala Sukhalava Lagire
Bajuhure Mane Sri Nanda Abhaya Charanara Vrindare
Bhajahure Mana Shri Nanda Nandana Bhajano Abhaya Charanara Vindare
Idanaya Bana Putra Marijana
Edana Jovana Putra Parijana
Itikiyachi Patitire
Ite ki aanche parati tire
Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala
Kamala Dala Jala Jivana Talamala
Bajahure Hari Panitire
Vazau Hari Pada Nitire
Bajahure Mane Sri Nanda Abhaya Charanara Vindare
Bhajahure Mana Shri Nanda Nandana Abhaya Charanara Vindare
Shravana Kirtana Smarana Vandana
Shravana Kirtana Smarana Vandana
Smarana Kirtana Smarana Vardana
Shravana Kirtana Smarana Vandana
Pada Seva Vana Dasyare
Pada Sevana Dasyari
Pujana Saki Jana Atmanivedana
Pujana Sakhi Jana Atmanivedana
Pujana Saki Jana Atmavidana
Pujana Sakhi Jana Atmanivedana
Govinda Dasa Abhilashare.
Govinda Dasa Vilashare.
Bajure Mana Srinandanandana Abhaya Charana Vindare.
Bhajahure Mana Shri Nandanandana Avaya Charanara Vindare.
Gaura Shri Shri Hari Bol. Should I read the
Haribo.
meaning?
Yes, please.
Okay. O mind, just worship the lotus feet of the sun Nanda, which make one fearless. Having obtained this rare human birth, cross over this ocean of worldly existence through the association of saintly person. Both in the day and night, I remain sleepless, suffering the pain of the heat and cold, the wind and the rain, for a fraction of flickering happiness. I have uselessly served wicked and miserable men. What assurance of real happiness is there in all of one's wealth, youthness, and sons and family members? This life tottering like a drop of water on a lotus petal. Therefore, you should always serve and worship the divine feet of Hari. It is the desire and great longing of Govinda Dasa to engage himself in the nine process of bhakti, namely hearing the glories of the Lord Hari and chanting those glories, constantly remembering him and offering prayers to him, serving the Lord lotus feet, serving the Supreme Lord as servants, serving him as friend, and completely offering the Lord one's very self. That is the nine bhakti, hearing, smelling. Those are the nine bhakti, Maharaj.
Huh?
Those are the nine bhakti that this story is
Yes,
telling.
basically there is, if you study a book called
Okay.
Padyavali, you should have
Mm-hmm.
a verse actually comes in Padyavali. It explains which devotee did what type of bhajan. So basically, different devotees they did different followed different lanes of bhakti, and they got perfection. So the verse goes
Oh.
like this: Sharangi Shravane Parikshit Abhavat Vayasaki Kirtane Prahlada Smarane Tat Angri Bhajane Lakshmi Prathu Pujane Akrurasta Vivandane Kapipatir Dasya Sakyarjuna Sarvaswatma Nivedane Balirabhut Krishnapti Risham Param. So this particular verse explains Sharangi. Sharangi means Krishna has a bow called Sharanga bow in his hand. So this bow, Sharangi, Krishna is called Sharangi because he has the bow called Sharangi in his hand. So our uh, you can see that Parikshit got success only by hearing Shravana, and Shukdev Goswami got perfection by Kirtana. Vayasaki Kirtane, Prahlada Smarani. Prahlad, he always remembered the sweet pastimes of Krishna and sweet names of Krishna, he got perfection. So, Prahlada Smarani to Nangri Vajane, Lakshmi Prathu Pujane. And Lakshmi, massaging the feet of the Lord, she got perfection. Prathu Maharaj got perfection by worshipping the Lord. Akrurasta Vivandane. Akrur, he did obeisances to Krishna, prayers to Krishna. Sakyata Dasya Arjuna. And Kapipatir Dasya. And Hanuman, he did made servant. He was a servant of Krishna. And Arjuna, like a friendship. And Sarvaswatma Bali Maharaj surrendered everything to Krishna. Understand? All his possessions. So they were able to control Krishna like that. So the point here is you are doing Ekadasi today. I am very happy that you are doing Ekadasi. But also it should be done in Mahat Sangha. It should always be done in Mahat Sangha. If you do it in Mahat Sangha, then it is better. So Mat Sangam Dwara Mahu Vimukti.
Means?
Mat Sangam
What
is
it means?
association of great devotees of Krishna. That is called
Okay,
Mat
okay.
Sangam. So
Okay,
we
okay.
want to associate with devotees. So now Chaturmasya will begin. Now very soon, another 15 days, I think Chaturmasya will begin. Understand? So Chaturmasya also we follow some rules and regulations. Chaturmasya basically um, we are supposed to follow. Generally speaking, sannyasis they should stay only one night in one village, and then village they should stay only one night. Then next move to the next village. But only in the rainy season they can stay longer in any village or town, because rainy season you cannot travel much. And sannyasis they can stay in a big city for 5 days. In 5 nights they can stay in a big city, like they come to Johannesburg or Durban, then they stay 5 nights. A small village like Darnalan, only one night allowed. Understand? But 4 months in rainy season they have to continue to stay in one place. So whether you are, there are two types of sannyasis. Ekadandi sannyasis, they are actually pursuing impersonal knowledge. They are Ekadandi sannyasis. And there are Tridandi sannyasis, basically. So there are two types of sannyasis are there. So Ekadanda sannyas is taken by the followers of Shankaracharya. They take Ekadanda sannyas. They are called monists. But we are Tridandi sannyasi. And generally speaking, Bhagavatam also Tridandi sannyas is more mentioned. Bhagavatam also mentions the Tridanda sannyas only mentioned. But there are also Ekadanda sannyas also there. Understand? But for both of them, they must do Chaturmasya Vrat. The 4 months of rainy season, they do Chaturmasya Vrat. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself followed Chaturmasya. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu he went to South India, he went to the river of Kaveri in Srirangam. Srirangam is the biggest temple in India, the largest temple in India. It has a very magnificent Gopuram actually. The Gopuram of, I'll show you the picture. Really, I mean, it is breathtaking actually. I went there many times, stunned. See such a Gopuram, like a pyramid structure. Wonderful Gopuram.
Beautiful, yeah.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. This is the biggest
Yeah.
temple actually. Shripad Dandi
As
Maharaj took us 2 times there. And basically, there are 3 temples of Lord Ranganath. One is
oh,
Srirangapatna, then Madhyaranga and Antaranga, this Srirangam. We visited in one day, 24 hours, we had darshan of these 3 temples. Really very big temple. So Mahaprabhu stayed in the Srirangam temple during the Mahaprabhu stayed here in Chaturmasya Vrat on the bank of the Kaveri river. Now Kaveri river is another type of Ganga only, not different from Ganga, because in India there are 7 Ganga. So Kaveri is as good as Ganga, and Mahaprabhu stayed on the bank of Kaveri river. South India, Kaveri is very much liked by devotees. Understand? And this river actually very frothy river, and this flows. Many crocodiles also there. I heard that a lot of crocodiles in Kaveri river. Let me show a picture of Kaveri river. This Kaveri. You see wonderful stream of Kaveri river. I got a fortune of bathing in Kaveri river many times. Um, so Mahaprabhu stayed on the bank of Kaveri river. And devotees of Gaudiya Sampradaya, they also used to come to the lotus feet of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu every year in Jagannath Puri, and they used to take association of Mahaprabhu. So all the Hindus, whether you are Grasta, Vanprastha, Sannyasi, Brahmachari, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, everyone should follow Chaturmasya Vrat. Understand? In Chaturmasya, these 4 months, we should give up all the sense gratification. So you see that very important to give up the self gratification. Grastas are allowed some concession, but they should also try to renounce in future. They should actually also gradually renounce their sense gratification. And suppose we are not capable of following entire 4 months very strictly of Chaturmasya, then you can do only Kartik Vrata or Urja Vrata. But don't think that, some devotees, they just are lazy. Oh, what is the use? We don't do Chaturmasya Vrata. We only do Damodar Vrata, like that. So they think that, devotees don't need Chaturmasya Vrata. This is actually not for everyone. Everyone must do Chaturmasya Vrata properly. But if those who are incapable, sick, old, then for them, only 1 month they should follow rules and regulations, Kartik month. But those are capable must follow entire Chaturmasya. In entire Chaturmasya, 4 months, you are not supposed to take some vegetables. Uh, and this is actually a bad news for devotees, many devotees, especially Bengali devotees. They love this thing. They love the brinjal, eggplant. In America, they call eggplant, in British English, they call brinjal. That is the very heart of all Bengali devotees. But they are gone for 4 months. Understand? So 4 months you cannot take this brinjal in Chaturmasya. And also Lauki is gone. Lauki or bottle gourd, as they call it, I think I'm calling it. The 4 months, this bottle gourd is gone. Understand? They call it gourd or this 4 months you cannot take this such bottle gourd. Understand? So this Chaturmasya is starting now. So next Ekadashi, I think Chaturmasya will begin. Understand? So if you follow Chaturmasya, now it is told that here that ऊर्जा व्रत का पालन करना विशेष कर्तव्य है. यह 64 प्रकार की भक्ति अंगों में अंतर्गत लिखा हुआ है. So basically, in the 64 limbs of devotional service, following rules and regulations in the month of Kartik, the last month of rainy season, Chaturmasya's last month. The Chaturmasya has 4 months. The last month is necessary. But actually, when it is mentioning Kartik Vrata, it also means Chaturmasya should also be followed if possible. So, Ekadashi, Shayana Ekadashi day, Vishnu will go to sleep. So, we must try to render more service to Krishna when he is sleeping. And that's why we do Chaturmasya Vrata. Otherwise, there will be loss for us. So when Chaturmasya begins, you pray like this. Itya Shvasya Prabhoragre Gruhaniyam Niyamam Vrati Chaturmaseshu Kartavyam Krishna Bhakti Vivruddhaya. Oh Jagannath, when you go to sleep, the whole world goes to sleep. When you wake up, the whole world wakes up. Oh Achyuta, be pleased with me. I'm saying like this, we should pray to Lord Krishna when he goes to sleep. And then another very strong verse comes in Hari Bhakti Vilas. Yo vina niyamam martyo vratam va japtameva va chaturmasyam nayan murkho jivan api mruto isa. That any person without following rules and regulations or chanting Harinam waste his Chaturmasya execution. He is a foolish person. Although he is alive, he is actually dead. So in Chaturmasya Vrata, basically, you must do chanting and fire sacrifice, Nama Sankirtan. This must be going on. And we should tell Bhagavan, oh Lord, I am accepting this vow before you. Without your mercy, I cannot follow this vow without obstacles. So pray to Bhagavan when you take up the vow of Chaturmasya. And Chaturmasya, the first month of Chaturmasya, Shravan month, you don't take the green vegetables. Any green vegetables should be avoided. The second month is yogurt is avoided. Third month, the milk is avoided. And the fourth month, the meat, other things are not allowed. Generally, devotees don't take meat. So generally, you don't take many types of dals also, like urad dal, I don't know whether you know what urad dal is. They make papadam from that, urad dal. There are different types of dals in India. Urad dal actually black in color actually. Urad dal. It's one type of gram, black in color. And this type of urad dal is here. Last month of Chaturmasya we don't take this.
Oh. Oh.
Black dal we don't take that.
You shouldn't take it
like
when?
Meat, it becomes like meat in the last month.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
So basically, first month no green vegetable, second month yogurt, third month Ashwin, we don't take milk, and fourth month we don't take this type of meat fish eggs and also this type of dal. So generally what happens that many fruits are available. Now the mango season in India, then sapota season will come, then guava season will come. And India has very nice mangoes. India's mangoes are world famous. So what happens, we overeat these mangoes, then we forget Krishna. Understand? So this was Chaturmasya Vrata is actually, Chaturmasya Vrata is very much highly recommended. Like yesterday we went for mango Viksha and we got many sweet mangoes. But we have to be very careful because mangoes you might even forget Krishna. Understand? So Chaturmasya Vrata is for austerities. It teaches us austerities. Otherwise you see these mangoes and that's it. You forget about Krishna, you only remember mangoes. Understand? So we don't take, when Lord is sleeping, 4 months is sleeping, then we don't take seam and barbati. Seam is also not allowed during these months, seam. So basically, many types of sabjis, barbati, these are all sabjis are not allowed in Chaturmas. Parval, and you are not supposed to take stale foods also. And we should never take white brinjal. Vaishnava should never eat white brinjal. It is always considered impure. Understand? So white brinjal should be completely forsaken. Like at all, you go to market and you see like this type of brinjals, don't buy them at all. They are vegetarian, but they are impure. Understand? Suppose you see this type of brinjals, don't buy them. Okay. The scriptures forbid us to buy this type of grains, this type of vegetables. Understand? In Chaturmasya, we are not supposed to take them. And also those who are very capable, they can avoid even parval. Parval also is sabji, but that is, what is parval is actually, this is actually very popular sabji. Bengalis like it very much and very good sabji, healthy sabji. But Chaturmasya, this particular parval, because this type of sense verification is not allowed. It's looking more like cucumber, but not cucumber. Parval is not allowed in the Chaturmasya Vrata. So, and those who are not capable to follow all the rules and regulations, then they should reduce their sense gratification as much as possible. As much as possible, reduce your sense gratification and chant Harinam. Understand? So in this way, we should try to follow this Chaturmasya Vrata. Hare Krishna. So thank you so much. I have to now go for temple for fire sacrifice. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for your listening patiently. My ad hoc speech, and thank you Saji Devi and Anandman Prabhu for singing a song. Thank you Vishakha Didi and other devotees for arranging this program. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Maharaj, for joining with me.
There is a lot to speak. So there is unlimited books, but I have some other engagement also in the temple.
Okay.
Thank you so much. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram,
Sati Mataji, would you like to do the 10 offenses to the holy name?
Yes, I can.